Okay, I just got the Luvknit solar panel in today, and it is time for a unboxing and review. The actual testing for the review is going to come in tomorrow because it's currently pretty late and the sun's already down. Go figure that it got delivered pretty late. That's fine. I still need to get it all set up and everything. This is a bifold design with magnetic clasps, I think. Whoopsies. There's included adapters. So let's see. Oh, those are nice strong magnets. Looks like a pretty standard design. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 36 cells per half, so it's independent halves. So shading on one half should not affect the other half because 36 cells makes a 20 volt-ish panel. I actually like the gray. I thought this was going to be like a black. I do have concerns about the cord length though. Oh, this is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. No MC4. That's sad. I would have preferred this to be an MC4 adapter and this to be an MC4 to, well, everything else adapter. It could be worse, but I really prefer to see MC4. But this is a nice long cord, so I'm not going to complain too much. What are we looking at here? I want to say this is 10 feet. Yeah, about a 10-foot cord on it. That is very nice. A lot of the time these have like a 6-foot cord on them, so 10 foot's good. It's also got integrated USB, rated for, where's the USB ratings? 20 volt, 3 amps, so 60 watt USB-C output. That's more or less what I expect on these 100 watt folders. Usually you're only gonna get 60 to 70% out of a USB controller on these because you can only make them so good while keeping the prices down. So yeah, tomorrow I am going to bring this out and test it and see how well it performs. Because considering the price that this is, usually under $80 after coupons, it is a very good contender with the likes of other popular mid-range panels. I'm not sure how I feel about the entire design of the plastic there, but I'm sure some people like it. Legs. Not quite as sturdy as I like, but it'll probably be fine. Okay. And the magic of editing, you will see this outside tomorrow. I'm going to go over the adapters. The included tip is DC5521, and it includes a DC5521 to XT60 and Anderson power pole adapter, and DC5521 to DC8020, and 7909 as well. That covers pretty much all the power stations because DC8020 for Jackery is the one that's usually not included. So it's nice to see that actually included. Also nice to see that included as a DC5521 to 8020. Quite often you have to go to 7909 first, then 8020. And I don't like having extra adapters, so that's good. Okay, the weather is very nice today. Let's go ahead and get this all set up. I've already put on the DC8020 adapter. I'll be using a Jackery for testing today. And I should also use USB. So I can test both USB and DC together. Now, I got this right. Okay, I got it set up facing the sun the best I can. I was worried about these legs being unstable, but honestly, they're fine. I'm okay with that. That's a lot better than some other panels. So let's go ahead and check DC first. And if this gets more than 100 watts, I'll switch to something else. So let's see what we get. Still going up. Looks like we're holding around 84, 85 watts. That's not too bad. I'll call that a pass. That's within 80%, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's some clouds up there. So I will take that 87 now. 86. Yeah, that did pretty good. Now let's see how good it does with the USB controller. Because maybe you just want to get the panel for charging your laptop or charging up a small power bank and you just have USB. So it's important to know how good it does for that. The full 60 watts on the controller. That is a solid pass on USB output. So yeah, this is a very good deal for what it is. After coupons, this is usually less than $80. Getting 85 watts on a day that has some light wispy clouds in the air. Yeah, I think I can recommend this panel. Gets my thumbs up. Okay, one thing I forgot to do is a shading test. I got partial shading on one of the sub panels to make sure that I'm still getting over 40 watts. And it looks like, as expected, shading one panel halves the output. So these halves are independent. So yeah, this is a pretty good deal. I like it. Okay, so small update. The 240D might have been holding it back slightly. I switched this over to my EcoFlow River 3 and I'm getting 90, 91, 92 watts instead. So yeah, a little bit closer to rated. So even better, above 90%. Okay, so what are my final thoughts on the Luvknit 100 watt folder? I think it's a great deal. Like, my only real complaint is the DC 5521 connector. If it had MC4 connectors, I think this would have been like a perfect panel for me. For the positives, you got a full 92 watts of 100 watts when I was testing it, which is more than 90%, which is adequate. I can't ask for perfect conditions outside, so I will take that. The USB controller gave the full 60 out of 60 watts, which is a pass. I've seen USB controllers fail to actually lock into the correct voltage and then fail to actually give the correct wattage. And I thought these were going to be more flimsy than they really were, but when you have this on the ground, it's really sturdy. So yeah, this gets my seal of approval.